Hey, the world. How you guys doing? You know what? To be honest with you, I'm getting pretty bored. Every freaking day I think about Xinjiang and try to analyze the current situations and criticizing all the issues and felonies that they're conducting. Instead, rather, today, I'm going to pay attention to a more broader sense from the world political perspective, especially for the Middle East, and eventually how it is going to affect Japan, and eventually you, Torigai-san, Shinjuan. So, as you guys probably knew, both Israel and Iran officially possess a nuclear weapon. And the situation in the Middle East right now is going to become increasingly tense. The political relationship in Ukraine and Israel have been tenuous, but military experts said Ukraine and Israel are currently looking for militaristic alliance, and Russia and Iran are already allies as well. So, according to the media outlet, Israel military announced on October 26th that it had carried out airstrike on the multiple locations in Iran as a consequence, as a countermeasure to the large-scale missile attack that Iran carried out against Israel on October 1st. And this time, Israel had planned to carry out the airstrike on Iran nuclear facility. However, Westerners disliking Israel going solo and literally prohibit Israel from any radical action against Iran. So their attack on Iran was apparently limited to the relatively small scale. Do you guys remember the Soviet Union collapse by Mr. Gorbachev? So after its collapse, Iran initially increased the global recognition as a nuclear weapon state by importing a whole bunch of engineers and scientists from Soviet Union for the development of nuclear weapon. However, in Iran, relation to Islam, right? Islam prohibits use of mass destruction weapon and possessions of nuclear warhead that are limited for the religious reasons. That is the reason why the Israel could be able to carry out attack without any hesitation this time. And they knew for the fact that Iran would require the removal of religious restrictions before it could fully develop the nuclear arsenal. So that's what's happening right now. The rumor has it some relative, I don't know how, do you guys know how this guy's pronounced? Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres. I saw many times on the media, but I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Antonio Guterres. He's a current Secretary General of the United Nations, and his relative is working for a Russian company called Gazprom, and the United Nations can only respond leniently to Russia for that reasons. And many pointed out that Israel does not trust the United Nations, and Israel resorting to unilateral military action for that reasons. And the Western world, for that reason, quite negative toward Israel. And Israel right now been forced into international isolations. But on the other hand, Israel interpreted UN involvement in the war as nothing more than business in the name of relief and pristine. So as a consequence, the forecast of Israel potential, the projections in Israel potential support for Ukraine and the glowing among military expert, that's what I've heard, as war spreading out from the Ukraine to the Middle East. So this is because what? This is because the relationship between Russia and Israel have been good until now, but the relationship with Russia has been deteriorated since the conflict between Israel and Hamas-led Palestinian militant group has been taking place in Gaza, and as well as in Israel since October 6, October 7, October 7th, 2023. So what I think is this simply implies the possibility of a real military alliance between Israel and Ukraine in the near futures. And even some military analysts predict that if Russia is in line with North Korea, then Ukraine will have a counter scheme that strengthens ties with Israel and where? Can you guess? South Korea. So if South Korea gets involved with this World War III-like conflict, the impact on Japan is quite immense. And the current political instability is just I would say, the byproduct or side effect or change in the global political dynamics. Therefore, Japan needs to carefully analyze the peninsula from diplomatic perspective, not only about Taiwan, but peninsula, Korean peninsula. Therefore, the investigation of cult religion closely tied with North Korea would be inevitable consequence. And that is what's really happening right now, I think. So let's pacify all these political tensions at the global level that is vital. I think it is very vital for the world peace. And let's create a harmonious, sustainable global community. That is why we're all paying attention to you guys. Think thoroughly and make Japan clean again. Thank you.